Hi guys, it's me Danielle back here with another YouTube video, and if you haven't already subscribed, go subscribe and turn your post notification bells. Also like the video if you haven't already, but if you can't like the video, if you don't know what it's about, also comment down below all of these 4 things. If you like the video, if you subscribe to my channel, if you turn on your post notifications, and also if you commented, because how am I supposed to know if you commented? You know? But other than that, let's get on with the video. So, today we were supposed to have like a bug person come to it's all right, we're doing a story time. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we're doing a story time. So today we're supposed to like have like a bug person come to our house today. I'm like, okay, this shouldn't be that bad. So I cleaned up my room a little bit, all that stuff. I hear a doorbell. And I'm like, oh, that's that's the bug person, we're all good. He's coming a little bit early, that's perfect. But when I went downstairs, the person was not there. So I'm like, what the heck is going on? And my dad was home, and my dad's like, go open the door for the bug person. I'm like, okay. So I go to open the door for the bug person, and he's not there. So I run back upstairs. I lock the door. I lock both doors. I lock the screen door and the wooden door. And I run back upstairs and tell my dad that he's not there. So my dad's like, okay, that's weird. Let's just wait a little bit more longer. If he doesn't come, he doesn't come. So then we hear it again. So I'm like, okay, this time it's not a joke. Like, this is for real. So me and my dad go downstairs, open the screen door, open the wooden door, all good. He's not there once again. And, just to let you know, the truck is there. So we could see the truck. So we know he's here. So then we wait a third time. So then and we scream out the door, this is not a joke. We actually need your help. So he comes out of his little corner that he was in, and he's like, how can I help you? I'm like, first of all, you don't say how can I help you when we're mad at you because you're ding-dong ditching us. And he's like, but you're really hot. I'm like, you're like 45 years old and you're telling me I'm really hot. Like, are you, like, that's not appropriate. So at this point, I'm getting really frustrated with him, and my dad is too. So at this point, we're like following him everywhere we go because we sort of don't trust him. So we're following, and my dad shows him around. My dad shows him where all the bugs are and everything like that. And, well, he takes it a little bit too far when he says I'm really hot. So when he said I was really hot, I said, well, I already have a boyfriend. And he's like, well, then cheat on your boyfriend and go with me. I'm like, but you're like 45 years old. I'm not going to go with a 45-year-old man. So my dad's like, you can either do the bug thing or leave. And he wanted his money, so he did the bug thing. So after he did the bug thing and everything like that, he checked my room, everything like that. He checked my room. My room was the last room to check because my room was the least worst room, if I explained it right. And he's like, your room's really cute. I'm like, thank you. And that time it was a compliment. And I'm like, thank you. And then he's like, no problem, but you're hotter. I'm like, okay. And I walked away. And then my dad shows him downstairs and where the bugs are downstairs. And he's like, what's going on with your kitchen? Is it like, are you like broke or something? I'm like, we didn't say anything because it's not his business to know if we're broke or not. So then I'm like, just don't worry about it and do your work. And my dad's like, Danielle, can I like borrow you for a second? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. So my dad borrows me for just a second, and I'm like, should we just kick him out of the house now? I'm like, let's just wait a couple more minutes. So then my dad's like, okay. So then after we waited like a couple more minutes, after he was like done checking all the bugs and everything like that, we had like a nice talk with him about what we should do with the bugs. And he gave us like a little bit of a opinion, and he's like, you should use this for bugs and maybe your dad too. I'm like, oh my god. So then my dad was like ready to punch him in the face, like seriously ready to punch him in the face. So then after my dad was ready to punch him in the face, I'm like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I did not, like, he said that. The bug person's like, I am so sorry. I did not mean to say that to your dad. It might have broke your heart. I'm so sorry. I will treat you more better next time. I'm like, but we're not dating, right? He's like, oh, no, we're dating, right? I'm like, sir, you're like 40-something years old and we're not dating, you know? So he obviously thought we were dating, right? Yeah. No. So after I was done talking to I'm gonna name this person Peach. After we were done talking to Peach, he's like, oh my gosh, we should like go out sometime with your dad and everyone else. I'm like, yeah, sure, yeah, whatever. So then I'm like, I regret that now, what I just said and all that stuff. You know, I was like out of control, sort of. So then after, he's like, oh, maybe just me and you one day. Like, I'm like, not really. I already have a boyfriend. So then he's like, oh, I realize now you have a boyfriend. You don't like me. I'm like, I like you as a friend, not much more. And he's like, oh, okay, I guess I understand. And he walked out of the house. And he's one of my dad's friends, too, so, like, that's even more weird. So then he walks out of the house and he's like, Danielle, come here. And I'm like, okay, I'm coming. So I go over to him and he's like, come behind my truck. I'm like, I don't feel like it, you know? I don't feel like it. So I said no about it. And he's like, come over to my truck now. I got something for your dad's birthday. And I'm like, but his birthday was like 4 months ago. He's like, but I didn't see him I didn't see him ever since we met last, and that was in January. But I got him a gift. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Didn't really need to do that. He got enough gifts, you know? So he gave him the gift and all that stuff. and we sing happy birthday and all that stuff. And then the Peach is like, is it okay? Peach asks my dad, is it okay if I kiss your daughter? And my dad's like, where on? Like cheek, nose, lips, butthole, whatever. He's like, Peach is like, on the lips. I'm like, okay. My dad's like, sure, why not? You want to been doing that for like 3 weeks now, so why don't you just do it? So my dad let this exterminator kiss my lips. When I say he was a sloppy kisser, I know when there's a sloppy kisser, a perfect kisser, and a not so good kisser. But he was like one of those kissers that didn't really understand the object of I'm younger than him. So I'm like, okay, guess let's go for it. So you see, I went in for the kiss and I didn't really kiss him. So I went in for the kiss, and as soon as I went into the kiss, I had my arm like this, and I went psh, and I punched him right in the face. Because no 45-year-old man should be hitting on me, if that's the proper word. Hitting on me, especially when he's 45, So then I'm like, okay, as long as I punch him in the face, I'm happy, and I ran inside. Now, my dad's like, why in the world did you punch him in the face? You should have just went for the kiss and get it done and over with. I'm like, but he's freaking 45 years old. I'm not going to kiss a 45-year-old man. So my dad's like, you're right about that one. And I'm like, he was pretty ugly too, so he's also not my type. So my dad's laughing out loud, like laughing so hard. And when he left, he was crying and his eye blew up. It was so swollen. It was crazy. So, lesson learned, kids. If someone tries to hit on you, especially when he's 45 years old, don't listen. Just ignore him, because he's just trying to get you to agree on stuff and give in to him. And just don't do it. And if he tells you to go behind his truck and say, oh, I got a present for your dad, and doesn't give him a present and just asks me and just asks your dad for him to kiss your daughter, then punch him in the face. I was about to punch my dad in the face because I was surprised he agreed with the kissing part. But like I said, don't listen to don't listen to bug exterminators, because they are not worth it to deal with, especially when they're hitting on you, So lesson learned, kids. Don't ever have a bug exterminator hit on you, because that's considered a bad sign. And how do I know this? Because I just know it. Don't worry. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you like the video, make sure you turn on post notifications, and make sure you comment down below all the 4 things that I just said. And I'll see you guys next time.